Hey guys, so today I'm going to be going over this Arachnid Galaxy dartboard. I've had this thing for quite a while now, and I've just now figured out how to get all of my hot button functionality to work. So if any of you guys have this thing like in your home, you don't have it hooked up to the phone line with an account, all that, like me, you're limited on what you can change in some of the settings. They call out that you can get what is called a porta-flash device and use this software that's impossible to find, doesn't really exist anymore. Same with those porta-flash devices. Well, what I did was I got one of these. This is just a IDE to compact flash adapter. These are quite readily available. And this is basically all the porta-flash devices is one of these things. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I got in there to change some settings. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do here is take one of these IDE to compact flash adapters, plug it into an IDE port on your computer. I've got this old setup that I use for silly things like this. Okay, we'll turn that on. Basically all I'm going to do right now is format it. You want to have an empty compact flash card, freshly formatted. I believe you can have a folder on there called Update. And if you want to like load up operator ads, something like this right here, you would just drop into the update folder. Something like that. You would just throw on there, and then when you plug it into your dartboard, you can go and transfer it onto the dartboard. But we'll do that later. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to format this. I'll just leave all the defaults. Should be fine. Okay. Now I'm going to shut this off. I'm also going to shut off the dartboard. We'll unplug our adapter. Go into our dart head here. And you'll see there's an IDE port right here. I'll plug that in. And there's a place for power up here. I thought I had made up an adapter at one point in time for the power, but I can't find it. So, computer power supply. Whatever works, right? Okay. Now, turn the dartboard back on. We're going to go into the test menu. Okay, So it does matter. We have to reformat it. We can't do FAT32, it's gotta be FAT16. All right. So we'll go back and do that format again. I forgot about that. We're gonna do just the regular fat. We're not gonna do FAT32. Okay, formatted. I'll turn that back off. Grab our adapter out. Come up here and plug it into our dart head. Okay, so now we have that plugged in. Go ahead and turn the dartboard back on. And I'll show you what I was talking about. I like to use these hot buttons. You know, you can put your name up there for when you're playing. You can keep, you know, track of stats. You can put credits on it if you want to. I like to be able to use them. Anyway, if it's not set up right, you'll get this. You can't create a new hot button. You can use one if it was already set up, but then, you know, that's it. You can't, the functionality is limited by a lot. And of course, I got some new hot buttons I wanted to set up for, you know, friends, and you can't do it. It won't let you. You go into the machine setup. Go to more, you have a hot button menu. And go to create hot button. All this stuff's grayed out. It tells you to set operator password from dartman to enable all options. That dartman's that program that you can't get anymore. So this is basically a workaround for that program. So now what we're gonna do is this right here. Now that we have that thing plugged in, our makeshift porta-flash device, we're gonna write the settings of the dartboard, the current settings, to that. It'll have all the settings that you can normally change in the test menu, and then additional ones that will allow us to get that hot button stuff working again. Okay, so now our settings have been transferred onto that. Now we're going to turn it off. And we'll take this and plug it back into the computer. Okay. Now, we'll go back in here. It gives us an update folder, a config folder, and here's our import file. All you're gonna do is open that up in any kind of, you know, like word editing software. Notepad++ is a good one. Or this is just WordPad. Now what you can see is you've got all your normal normal settings that you're used to seeing when you go into the test menu up here, okay, like auto player change, you can turn that on and off here, free play on and off, all these different settings that you're used to seeing. But then there's extra ones in here. You go all the way down to the bottom and you'll see this one, I button, general, operator ID, and operator password. Where we're telling you to set up your operator password, this is it right here. So we need an operator ID, get rid of all these zeros, make it anything. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, whoops. Help if I had my number lock on here. Let's come back. Okay. Get rid of those zeros. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for the password, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good enough. That's all we need. We're gonna save it. Close it out. We'll shut this down. Take this back out and put it back on a dartboard. Turn that back on. Okay, so now we'll hit the red button to configure the updates that we want to do. I should have put my my add image on there as well, but I'll do that later then. Okay, so I'll just leave yes for everything. We're gonna do the update. Updating the machine configuration. That's the main one that we want. The stats and everything doesn't really matter right now for this. Okay, so I'll take a new hot button. And there you go. It'll let you create a new hot button now. We'll go into the test menu. Go to our machine setup. Hot button menu. You can see these are all available now. We can create a collector button, an operator button, a new player button. And then if you have one already set up, let's just do a player. We'll just tap in anything there. Save it to this hot button. Okay. We're gonna exit out of here. Okay, we're gonna touch this hot button. And now before we set up that operator password, okay, the credits are disabled. So you see how that's not an option? It says that credits are disabled on this machine. That's something else that you have to do in those options on the computer. It won't allow you to make those changes on here. That you would need that special software that's no longer available for. But all those settings are in that file that we pulled up on the computer. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in there and we'll take one more look at it. Okay, so we're back on the computer. We're gonna go back into our update and our config folder. Open this file back up again. And we're gonna look for, you can set a maximum amount of credits that you can allow someone to keep on their hot button right here. Minimum and maximum credits. Since the maximum credits is set to 0, it's disabled. So I'm going to change that to 50. I'll let someone store a maximum of 50 credits on their hot button. Okay, we'll save that. And the other thing I'm going to do is back here, just in the update folder, we're going to throw this ad. You can take any image file that you want for like an operator ad. I'm just using this kind of default one. And you just drop it in the update folder, and then when you hook it back up to the dartboard, it'll load it up. Okay, we got hooked to the dartboard one last time. Boot it up, let it do the update again. Okay, and I'm just gonna let it do everything again. Do our machine configurations. It should upload our, I assume it uploaded our ad file. Go into the test here and see if it shows up. League attract, view attract files. Okay, it did not show up. Let's go to the update menu again. Software update. Port-to-flash software update. Not found. Let's reboot. Let's see what this does. Sure. Finding ads. There it is. Okay. Install that one. Not sure why I didn't do it automatically. You can also put a folder in the update folder called Force and drop your ads into that folder, and they should automatically install when you plug it in. But this should work now as well. We'll go back into the test. track files, and there's our ad. Okay. Go back, we'll exit out, and I'll show you that now. Let's grab our hot button. And now we have the option to buy credits. So you can purchase up to 50 credits and store it on your hot button. All right, there you have it. A workaround for getting this thing set up on your dartboard. Didn't like that. All right, thanks guys, see ya.